nobody plays. Do you know how it feels to finally be seen? While the cage bird still sings. Have you ever been loved by somebody you can't even trust? Lied on, stepped on, treated like dust. Why you let them play you? What you so afraid of? Tell yourself broke when your soul made of stars. How they know your worth when you forgot who you are? Dream. Do you even dream no more? Did they steal the key to that door? Then let me lie. Say it till you're free. The cage bird sings, cause the song is the key. Dream. Dream until it breathes. Against all odds we still believe. Let me lie. That's the ancestors scream. Wake up, king. So underrated, yet they intimidated. Shaded by the same ones who enslaved us. We chose forgiveness, that's what sustained us. Manifested prosperity, never became us. We claim the name, they tried to erase us. Embarked on a journey that destiny paved us. Look black eyes in the mirror, no more behavior. Have you ever been in love and still had to walk away? Bittersweet like communion one on Sunday, when the one who hurt you is the one who taught you how to pray. It's the price of growing wings in a cage. I'm dreaming out loud now. Cage door open, watch me bow down. So the God gotta send me, the God gotta send you. That's the only truth. Dream, we made it come true. From the road to the fruit, the shame on the wounds that turn into juice. The cage bird flew and took the whole damn sky to make free. Dream big, you hit the ground. You already did it, baby. You're already free.
When I look at you, I see creation perfected, melanin rich, every curve deeply respected, thick with intention, beautiful grown, a living reminder I was never alone. You walk like the earth remembers your name, every step holy, every breath a flame. I see everything a crown is meant to be, a king and a queen making my heart singing me. You're a god, goddess, carved from the first light, so powerful it pulls my spirit upright. So hot the air moves when you breathe near me. Your love turns my blood into rising steam. I don't just want you, I feel my purpose agree. Your energy, your frequency. I don't want a moment, I want destiny. I see you in my dreams before I'm awake. Indigenous beauty, original, no mistake. You were first, before the wounds, before the thirst. Loving you feels like it finally broke the curse. I was living in pieces, divided and cold. Now I stand complete, no longer half but whole. You didn't fix me, you called me true. You awakened my soul just by being you. You're a God, carved from the first light, so powerful it pulls my spirit right. So hot the air moves when you breathe me. Your love turns my blood in rising steam. I don't just want you, I feel my purpose agree. Your energy, your frequency. I don't want a moment, I want destiny. I got purple thoughts when you cross my mind. Royal vision, sacred, beautifully unkind. Unkind to my patience, unkind to my rest. Cause loving you feels like a divine test. Leather, ancient words I whisper low. Languages of devotion. My body already knows I don't stand above you. I kneel to serve. Let me honor the ground your footsteps deserve. Your God guides you, caught from the first light. So powerful it pulls my spirit into thrive. So hot the air moves when you breathe me. Your love turns my blood into rising steam. I don't just want you, I feel my purpose so clear. Your energy, your frequency. I don't want a moment, I want destiny. Let me kiss your feet, not out of demand, but respect for the power where you stand. I don't want control, I want to align my future folded gently into your design. Oh, your God calls, ancient and new. Every path I walk keeps leading you. You don't just move me, you shift my decree. Oh, yeah. Your energy, your frequency. I don't want a moment, I want destiny. I want destiny.
Baya sayado, batwala. 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 Ma oh yeah. Oh yeah. Healing is flowing through your body. Healing is flowing through the body. Healing is flowing through your body. Healing is flowing through the body. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Lay lim, lay lim. Purple ones, rise! Oh, yeah. Hey, my, oh, yeah.
I'll do a little bit more music.
We are one. Oh yeah, I want to hit my other affirmation. My other affirmation. I love that song though. I mean, it's how you be having medicine right here with you, and you forget to take your medicine. I've been forgetting to take my medicine. Literally been forgetting to take my medicine, baby. But I'm gonna take my medicine today. I'm going to take my medicine today. How about that? I'm taking my medicine today. We are all part of a dream. We are all dreaming a dream. We are all becoming a dream. Right, wrong, or in between. You must do what's true for you because we are all part of a dream. We are all living a dream. We are all becoming the dream. Hey! Hey! Grand rising, great awakening, great awareness, great awareness. Today, let me shroud myself, shrouding myself in the purple, sipping my tea, minding my business. My business is Laylim Layler. My business is the nation. My business is my community. My business is my people, my tribe. So I titled this video today, Relapsing and Self-Medicating. And the reason why I titled this video that is because when you make the decision that you want to move in a different direction, things come up against you mentally, physically, emotionally, and you start making justifications to do the things that you used to do, the things that are convenient for you, the things that are easy. Now, when I talk to y'all, I think sometimes it sounds preachy. I ain't gonna lie. And that's just something that I have to accept about myself. You know, I sound preachy. It sounds sermony. And I've wrestled with it because I know that so many people in our community, including myself, have been extremely traumatized by preaching. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. So it's not lost on me that when you come off like that, people will people who are not yet healed, especially when you are talking about some things that not even the religion has created the space for us to wrestle with and navigate and build on, a man and woman. And so I understand that when I'm talking, it can be triggering for people because it's familiar in the form that it's preaching, but it's not familiar in the form that it treads outside of what we commonly discuss, what how we commonly exchange information and communicate under the umbrella of the Christian religion, because the Christian religion is an umbrella.
You got Catholics, you got Seventh Day Adventists, you got Baptists, you got Church of God in Christ, you got Kojic, you got all of these different facets of Christianity its own umbrella. And so and say that I have not been heavily influenced by that. And today, at almost 49, I'm not gonna make apologies for that. That's who I am. Lay lim lay lur, this practice. Um, I'm the elder practitioner. It's three main practitioners. It's empathy, and Anadia, Purple Prodigy, and we all have our different priestess styles, our different practicing styles. Um, but as the elder of the practice, it's gonna give you Reverend Mother. And I think part of the reason why I have been self medicating and I have been using is because I was trying to run from that. Now, I'm a Gemini, so it's never going to be Reverend Mother 24/7. Go to sleep, Reverend Mother. Wake up, Reverend Mother. Um, like you need to let that, you who I breathe. I'm going to have to let my other ancestors who, a little bit more secular make their rounds, get their gods. But the the space that those ancestors need within my vessel is decreasing. They don't really need to use me like that. The nation is growing. Empathy is stepping up more. Baby, we are starting to be cosmically linked, energetically linked. We are the triple head goddess, past, present, and future. So I get to live through each of them vicariously, and they could live through me vicariously. So when it was at one time I was carrying the practice on my shoulders and carrying the practice alone, I had to show up in all these different ways. I had to model wholeness in a different way. I had to be the fun. I had to be the deep religious part. I had to be the serious. I had to be all of these different sides. I had to be all of these different parts because I was modeling all of it, and it was overwhelming. And now, um, since empathy has, she said this year, because she had an orchiectomy last year, and I feel like that really really helped her to like be more rooted in the practice. When she was down here, she got lay lim lay lur tattooed on her, which I thought was beautiful. And I feel like she's more rooted in the practice now. I don't think she's ever stepped away from the practice or denied the practice. I just don't think that she was as focused. And I definitely have grace for that. I'm a Gemini. I know how we get. I know what we go through. I know how we be feeling. I understand her in here. I understand her in my soul. You know, and Nadia has come, and Nadia just brings a whole different form of grounding energy, and I'm so thankful I could cry. Me and her being here going at it. But when I tell you I love her so much, and I'm so grateful to have her here, grounding me, and it's not me always being patient with her, it's her being patient with me. And I'm very thankful for that. You would think she's the youngest one. I would have to be patient with her more, but she is, she's patient with me, you know, um, and I was sitting here because I've been, as I'm healing, as I continue to heal, and I become less afraid to show my soul to people because I think that I went in this cocoon and I was sending a representative, and honey, that representative would be numb because that representative would be the hit a blunt, or I mean hit a joint because my lungs been stopped messing with them blunts. but I be to hit a joint or I self medicate and go and have a cocktail at the end of the day. And now I'm remembering who I was because when I was a child, I meditated. I would be in the closet for 30 minutes to an hour in the dark. Like that's who I am. Like I would go into a quiet space, a dark space, and I would just be in there meditating. Like that's who I was. And I lost that child. And I'm not gonna call that child a boy. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm not gonna call that child a girl. I'm gonna call that child a child. And and that's when I was a child, I was more rooted in meditation. I was more rooted in self healing. I was more rooted in taking time for myself. And now, having a Nadia around me has helped me to remember that part of myself and not be afraid to reconnect with that part of myself. And so that's beautiful. I was sitting here, and we're gonna continue reading in the book. But before we get into the book, I want to talk about how how all three of us are aligned. And when I share this information, I want you to start looking at the people around you, and I want you to start thinking about the ways in which you are aligned and how you are connected. So, y'all have seen me and Empathy fall out a number of times publicly on the internet, and the difference with me and Empathy is our relationship is strong enough to sustain that because we are big, like celestially, we are big ass fucking spirits. I excuse my French. I gotta say it like this so you understand. We are big ass spirits. We are big ass souls, and when we come into alignment, it take a lot of power. Anadia is a big ass soul, and I had to do a lot of growth. I had to do a lot of growth. She had to do a lot of growth for us to be able to come into alignment like we are. Last year, I didn't take hormones, I didn't take testosterone the whole damn year. That's the first year that I've went a whole year without introducing any of that to my body. And the reason why, I didn't know why I was doing it. I didn't understand why I was doing it. But hormones make me more grumpy and more grouchy than I am now. Testosterone makes me carnal and highly sexual, and it distorts like those medications, as vital as they are to our transition. For me, where I am in my journey, I don't need those distractions. And so in order for me to make a safe space for her, that's what the ancestors were doing. the ancestors were doing the ancestors were preparing me to be able to make space and not be so into me, not be so into myself, that when Anadia came here, I wouldn't be distorted. I would be more clear. And not to say that I don't still have work to do, but I was more clear. Last year, it was a clearing. I became more clear. I became more intentional. I stopped focusing so much on men because, really, honestly, and truly, the only reason why I wanted a partner was because I was trying not to deal with the grief of losing two of the men I loved back to back. I was trying to replace them so I wouldn't have to think about it. And all I really wanted was somebody to be loyal to me, somebody to show up for me, somebody to care for me. If God us forbid, I got sick or I wasn't well, because I am getting older, I am living with the nothingness. I wanted a family, I wanted tribe, I wanted community, and because we've been hardwired to seek that in companionship, to seek that in partners, my brain had been wired to look for it in that way. And last year was the first year that I accepted that, girl, why do you keep trying to make this a man? Why you keep trying to make this an intimate partner? Why you keep trying to make this somebody that you're gonna be sleeping with? And so when I changed my thoughts, because last year that's when that change began, and I began to be broken down in a way, losing my cousin, somebody that was really really close to me, and healing, those wounds, and working with my intuitive counselor, Aurora, like all of those things. The universe was conspiring and coming around me. The deep spacecraft making room for me, because there were things that they could benefit from in New York, and there were things that I could benefit from here. So the universe was conspiring to build this nation. It was conspiring to get me out of myself, to get me out of my own ego, and to surrender to my mothers and my fathers and my grandmothers and my grandfathers and the beings that came before me. I just did not. I put that testosterone down last year. I put that estrogen down last year. And I'm not going to say that I will never take another shot again, or I'll never take another, never take any again. But I could say right now I don't need it, and I'm mentally in a place of clarity. Now, once you alter your body in a certain way, there are things you have to give to your body so that your body doesn't break down on you. You have to, get your vitamins and your minerals and your nutrients, in order to make sure that your bones stay strong, in order to make sure that your body stays healthy. You have to be really, really present in your body and really, really understand your body so that you could naturally replace those things that the estrogen gives you and the testosterone gives you. And so, yes, I am learning my herbs, and I'm learning, the nutrients, and I'm learning how to supplement those things that I would get from the medicine. And so I'm still like, yeah, I still have urges, but the urges don't consume me. I still like to be tuna and cunty, but girl, you can eat a soy burger and get that. Girl, soy will make you cunty down. Soy will make you fishy down. So, I don't necessarily have to take a hormone shot. There are other ways to get those things that give me what I need when I need them. Amen, a woman. But the universe was conspiring in a way to humble me so that I could make space, because we are some big ass souls. So when when me and Empathy have these public fallouts, I want y'all to understand that that's what big ass souls do. But we show how we are able to overcome that by the integrity that we have. I publicly acknowledge that the way that I dealt with the situation with her, we are modeling chaos and order. We are modeling no real. If you are really really family, if you really really tribe, you should be able to have a big blow up publicly, and you should be able to come back from that. That's why y'all respect these celebrities on Housewives of Atlanta, but then y'all look at us and y'all say, oh, y'all ain't real friends, y'all falling out. But y'all stay subscribing to the franchises. And they get on there and it be drama and fallouts every other week. And y'all and a lot of y'all have more faith in that than you do in members of your own community when they clash. When you are powerful beings, when you have purpose, when you are driven, when the ancestors have a plan for your life, it's gonna be some friction. Beyonce said sometimes shit go down when it's $1 billion on the elevator. Baby, it ain't got nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with energy and frequency. I have $1 billion energy. I don't have to have it in my pockets. I don't have to have it in my banking account. I have 1 billion ancestors walking with me. She have 1 billion ancestors walking with her. She have 1 billion and more than that. How about that? More than 1 billion. So sometimes shit go down when it's $1 billion moving in your soul and moving around you energetically. Sometimes shit go down. Stuff happens. It's not gonna be kumbaya and lollipops and popcorn. But you also have to be willing to do the work when you understand that energetically you're around $1 billion energy. You're around resistance at its highest level. You think cause I'm definitely a resistor. I'm definitely a person who goes against the grain. Empathy is definitely a resistor. Definitely someone who goes against the grain. Definitely somebody who challenges things. Anadia is a resistor. Somebody who goes against the grain. Somebody who challenges things. All three of us are Geminis. Just the fact that we could be in the same room with each other for 2 weeks, a week at a time, is a cosmic alignment. That's some ordained celestial stuff for beings that are so resistant of norms, so much in resistance of the thing, to put down all of that to say, you know what, this is bigger than us, and I feel I have the space to maneuver in this space. I feel I have the space to grow and thrive in it. That's powerful when you get not just beings who go along to get along, not just somebody, oh, if you offer them a check or you offer them some money, they don't care what it is, they come in. That's how most of the people in our community is. No tea, no shade. A lot of us will do anything for a coin. A lot of us don't have no scruples. Is it paying? Am I getting paid? We don't care how it impacts the next person, how it harms the next person, what it looks like for the next person. But but a lot of us, I think a lot of us need to look through a different lens, because a lot of us will judge a girl from getting in front of the camera twerking, or a girl from getting in front of the camera cursing and talking about sex or doing some type of narcotic. Y'all have all the judgment in the world for that, but the only person that she's harming is herself. A lot of y'all are participating in the harm that oppresses us because y'all running up on that plantation being cogs for massam. When I do a bump, who am I hurting but myself? I just help the dealer feed his family. The only person I'm harming is myself. But when you go work at that organization that you know is misogynistic, transphobic, you know they don't really care about our people, you are actually doing more harm, because now you have the resources to harm others. You have the backing to be a part of the harm. But everybody will side with you because they all brainwashed too. That's like fussing. That's like somebody looking down on you for smoking weed, but oh, this is approved. This is legal, so it makes it okay. But more people die from cigarettes than from weed. So just because the government says it's okay, that don't make it right. You go to the doctor and you get a surgery, and y'all trust the doctors like every surgery they done perform has been successful. They call them practitioners for a reason. They're practicing. The reason why I love empathy so much is because celestially, there was one time, I believe in different timelines. You know, we call this the purple verse. Anadia actually named it. So this is art that it took me like 15 years to make, all compiled onto one piece. It's a bunch of different stories all compiled up on one painting. So I believe in different timelines. So I believe in a different timeline. I actually was empathy's biological parent. Because the only time that I could have had children biologically in this reality, I was around 13 going on 14. And I was talking to this girl. And it's so crazy because empathy got the same bone structure as the girl. Now, I was browner than her. I was browner than her, and she was real light skinned, but empathy got the same bone structure as the girl, and the girl had thick thighs and everything. So I definitely could see empathy being a product of us being together. But the only time that I could have made a baby was because I was literally on top of this girl. She was, I was, I had, I wasn't skeeting dog water no more. It was nut coming out. So, we was getting ready to do it. She had her pants down. I was on top of her, and I was unzipping my pants, and I was getting ready to pull it out and slide in. And my cousin Nene, the one who passed this year, was the one who walked in the room, and she said, "What y'all doing?" If she would not have walked in that room, I would have slept with that girl. If nobody would have came in, I was going to sleep with her. And she was fertile as I don't know what. She got pregnant the very next year. She was fertile as I don't know what. And when you do the math on how old empathy is, like how much older I am than empathy, I'm exactly 14 years older than empathy. And that in that timeline, literally, I could have been empathy's parent if I would have slept with that girl. Because that's exactly how much older I am than empathy. That's exactly when that happened. So I told empathy that, and that's why we have such a spiritual bond. Because in a different timeline, I feel like it happened, and I feel like it's happened before. And then with Anadia, she is literally born on the same day as my biological father. She's born on the same day as my biological father. So it's so when you are walking in your purpose, and when you are walking in in your purpose and walking in intentions, the ancestors will set people around you and will bring people to you, and it will be clear signs. It will be clear signs that show you that you're around your tribe. And just because you're around your people, it don't mean that it's gonna be kumbaya all the time. It don't mean that it's gonna be cotton candy and butterflies. But what it means is that when you are building something bigger than yourselves, when you are being used to resurrect a practice bigger than yourselves, it's gonna be arguments, it's gonna be fights, it's gonna be difficulty. The thing that gets me about this world is we live in a world where people think that the hardest thing is supposed to be handed to them easily. And I want you to understand that I am a fighter and I don't give up easy. But I don't even waste the time of investing energy into things that I don't believe in. I don't have the energy. I don't have the patience. I'm not investing in nothing I don't believe in. I'm not standing up for it. Child, run me my check. I had I had one of my nephews be over there on TikTok, and we was having an engagement about the term queer. Like we was having an exchange about the term queer. And I really didn't have a problem with the use. I don't have a problem with you not using the word, with you thinking that the word doesn't serve you or the word not working for you. My issue is you subbing, because you were sending a lot of subs, the subliminal belittlement. And if that's who you are, like if you want a subliminal, because he was sending subs clearly in the video, he was subbing his ass off. He said his exact words was, how did he phrase that? He said, why would you try to reclaim a word that was never meant to yours, that was never meant for you to claim in the first place? It was never meant to compliment. It was a derogatory term. That like to that is prime yucking somebody else's yum. Telling somebody that the word was never yours to claim in the first place. What gives you the authority to tell somebody what they can't claim or what they can't alchemize or what they can't transmute? Who are you to tell somebody what they can't claim? And that's that whole black excellence mentality. That's that whole black superiority, black elitist mentality that a lot of us in community are guilty of. A lot of us. You don't have the right to tell somebody what they have the power to change, or what they have, if they want to pick up a word, or if they want to use a word, or if they want to put down a word, or if they want to say. Everybody is on their own journey. We are all a part of a dream. If you want to use the word queer, if you feel like you have the power, if you feel like you have the balance within yourself, you feel like you have the peace within yourself, the passion within yourself, the discipline within yourself to transmute that word, to alchemize that word, by all means, go for it, fat. I'm not going to tell you what words you can't use. I will tell you how they affect me. I will tell you how they make me feel. I used to have a problem with being called a bitch. I did not like being called that word. I would get mad at people when they would call me that word. But as I grew, I realized that that was my personal trauma. Because I did not have the power to alchemize that word. I was not in a place to alchemize being called a bitch. I was not in a place, like I won't get offended if you call me a punk. But just know that if I feel like you trying to be cute, I'm gonna call you something. And you might not like it. Oh, let you have all the fun? I'm not gonna get mad if you call me an egg. I'm not gonna get mad if you call me a sissy. If we close enough, I may laugh. Cause me and my daughters play like that. I call my daughter Pernisha on the phone and I say, "Good morning, son. What you doing, young man?" And she said, "What you doing, father? What you do? How you doing today, sir?" We play with each other like that. Like me and my daughter. But we've been in each other's life for 25 years. And she knows that that is a small part of the vast being that I am. I've called her son maybe 20, 30 times. I've called her daughter goddess, princess, thousands. She's called me father maybe 25, 30 times. She's called me mother, God goddess, queen, Kaneen, thousands of times. See the difference? So when you have somebody who comes into your space, who comes into your sphere, and they say something to you, a lot of times you have to check yourself and you have to ask yourself, why is this word triggering you so bad? Because if we're being honest, we are all things. Everything is in me. The moment I start denying and saying that's not a part of me or that's I'm not connected to that, that is when the separatism begin. That's when the elitism begin. That's when the classism begins. That's when all that begins. But I'm not finna let no random person just be like, "Hey, punk," cause you don't know me like that. I'm not gonna let no random person be like, "Hey, egg," you don't know me like that. So we both gonna have fun. I'ma assess you too. And it's not because of the word. I'm not gonna let no random person call me too many bitches. Cause again, you don't know me like that. But I'm not offended by the word. I'm offended by you being so comfortable with me. There's a difference. That's like how black people are with the N word. It's not the word, it's certain people feeling so comfortable. Like we had breakfast together all last week. Like we shot marbles together, like we cool. You don't know me like that. So I'm not offended by the use of the word. I'm offended by some people feeling they're entitled to be able to communicate with me in that way. You don't know me like that. And so when I meet people, like, and there are people who will take it upon themselves casually, they talking to you like girls who don't even know you. Yes, bitch, girl, you so crazy, bitch. Girl, you literally just met me. You just met me. So what type of assumptions are you making about me? Nuh-uh. And that's where I am now. I'm in this space of saying, yeah, I'm not uncomfortable with the word bitch, but I am uncomfortable with you being so comfortable with calling me a bitch and you just met me. Because if I'm putting something out that make you feel that that's the level we on already, Pooh, I need to evaluate. So I want to know what it is about myself. Or maybe you need to explain to me your use of the word so that I can have a little bit more clarity in this situation. Because I'm trying to figure out what am I reading? What am I giving that made you feel so comfortable with calling me a bitch and you just met me? Like help me. What is it something I need to work on? Is it something I need to fix? Because I just met you, Pooh. Like we literally just met. So it's not the use of the word, it's who's using it. And that's what we as melanin rich people, as people, period, need to get back to understanding etiquette. What if they say that's just how I talk? And you know, some people will say that, and I think I will have grace for that. I think I will have grace for if they say that's just how I talk. Because that's telling me that you're not using the word in a derogatory way. Like your intentions are not to that's just how you talk. I may invite you to expand your lyrical palette, your conversational palette. I may ask for you to expand it. I mean, like, is that possible? Can you expand your palette for this exchange? Is it possible for you to expand your conversational palette for this exchange? I'd be so grateful if you could, but if not, girl, I'm gonna be patient with you, girl. But I'm not gonna be able to do you all the time, girl. That's just like bounce music. Like I love bounce music, but I don't want to hear it every day. I love bounce music, but I don't want to hear it every day, all day. I love shrimp, but I don't want to eat it every day. I love fried catfish, but I don't want to eat it every day. I need to be able to switch up. And I need for people around me to be able to switch it up. Don't keep giving me the same energy. Don't keep giving me the same. Don't like switch it up, baby. Expand your capacity. Expand, baby. Like be able to switch it up, poo. And that's what I love about having a lot of Geminis around me because Geminis are capable of change. We are capable of switching it up. Gemini air signs are mutable signs. Libra, Aquarius. They say Aquarius is an air sign, but Aquarius don't really give me mutable. I feel like Aquarius is more fixed. Like I think Aquarius is capable of changing more when they're younger. But every Aquarius I met, Aquarius is typically like to dominate stuff. Their favorite word is I know. I know. Right. If they're using the same language to make them more appeasing, educated bootlicker. Like all of the language comes to us by way of the oppressor. So if we're gonna use any of this language, like the whole point of using any of this language is we are alchemizing it because all of this language was given to us by the people who conquered our ancestors, the people our ancestors shook hands and made agreements with and turned on their own people for, the people our ancestors turned into slaves. I mean, our ancestors supported in making slaves of. Because let's be clear, some of them was our ancestors too. Some of the slave masters, some of the ones who was fighting the war to keep us in chains. Because everybody wasn't on the side of freedom. I don't ever want you to think when we were fighting for freedom that every black person in the war was fighting for the slaves to be free. Every person that died that had this color skin or close to it was fighting for us to be free. That's not true. We could look at now. We don't have to pick up history books. We don't have to do no research. We could look at now. How many black people voted for this administration? Knowing what the outcome was. How many black people are in support of Project 2025? Knowing what the outcome is. And you think you got to pick up, or you think you got to do some research to figure out what black people was doing 200 years ago when they're doing the same shit now? Girl, miss me with the bull. All you got to do is open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on in front of you. You do not have to do research. You do not have to look it up. You just have to pay attention to what is going on right in front of you. It's literally all of it. There's nothing new under the sun. History, the story always repeats itself. Nothing is new. The same stuff they was doing back then, they doing now. They just doing it with different toys and devices, different access and different resources. But the same crafty shit that was happening back then is still happening now. So I ain't gotta go and spend all this time with my nose in a book studying this and studying that if I know how to study people. If I know how to pay attention to people. They have you spending all that time in them books in school when really, honestly, and truly, if you just open this and just look around, you will know everything you need to know. They love repeating his story. So, I mean, I just feel like it's hard for us to build collectively because there are so many of us who are like, to me it's just crazy to tell somebody not to use a word, to fuss, to, because I don't care what nobody say, I know who he was talking about when he said the word was never yours to claim, the word was never for you. I know that was specifically towards black people. Like, gatekeeping on what words is acceptable to use for black people, what words we have the capacity to alchemize. And so when you speak a certain way, when you sound educated, when you sound articulate and you speak a certain way, you can kind of sound like bad black person. Bad black person. Don't do that. Like a lot of us give that energy, like we scolding other black people on how to speak because we spent a little bit more time in the indoctrination camps. Massa done patted us on the shoulder and said, good job. We're acceptable. We can walk into Massa spaces up on them plantations and Massa ain't gonna look at us. Massa ain't gonna side eye us. We's a good and acceptable and decent Negroes. And the crazy part is your whole verbiage, your whole line of communication is to appease this system, to appease these people. Your whole presence, your whole being, how you show up completely is to be acceptable in society, which is governed by the people that condemn things when it's convenient for them. Like if you look at TikTok, I love TikTok. I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. Y'all know that's my, I'm gonna say that. I've said love-hate a many a times. I love TikTok because I understand how I'm supposed to move on there. our, our children trying to stunt us, ain't that something? Yeah, it is. But I'm on TikTok. I don't go live on TikTok. I don't go live on TikTok because TikTok is TikTok is very racist. There's no other way to, TikTok is racist. Like you are on TikTok, but I understand how TikTok works. I understand how the algorithm works. And I see, like, when I try to break outside of talking about trans things, TikTok will do something crazy to my video. Like, it'll black the screen. Like when I try to do something that has the capacity to go viral because it's talking about something outside of the trans community. Because you know, a lot of cis people, a lot of heterosexual people, a lot of white people, they've turned, like a lot of conservative people, they've turned a blind eye. Like they've tuned the trans community out. If you, the moment the word trans come out of your mouth, the moment you say anything about like they'll listen to gay people because a lot of times gay people are sidekicks in this matrix. A lot of times lesbian people are sidekicks in this matrix. They prop up patriarchy, they prop up sexism, they prop up misogyny, they prop up white supremacy. But the moment you start talking about anything that's truly queer and you happen to be trans, the algorithm will let you get a couple of views, it'll let you get a couple of hundred views, maybe even a few thousand views. But they're going to keep you in a specific niche and they're not going to let you, because see, I'm a multifaceted person. So I like to talk about a lot of different things. But the only thing that they'll let me go viral on, the only thing that they'll let me get 14 or 15,000 views on is when I'm talking about the sex change. When I'm talking about some trans stuff. But when I want to talk about something that will have cis people scratching their head, people scratching their head and rethinking their whole life, conveniently, my words will start glitching, my screen will go black. It won't translate the words right. It'll start double talking my speech. Old track won't go away. I've literally spent hours editing messages and the phone froze. And then this has happened to me a multitude of times. And this is why I will never join somebody's live on TikTok to share the wisdom that I have suffered and sacrificed for the live to disappear immediately over. Nobody better ask me to come join their live. Because if I come join your live, it's a booking fee. Because y'all don't support Laylim Layler financially, but you want my intellectual property and you want my wisdom. You want me to come on your live. It's a booking fee. If I go on anybody's live, it's a booking fee. Besides my own platform, it's a booking fee. And that money is going to go into this ministry, this platform, this work. You're going to support it one way or another. Speaking of which, make sure y'all get y'all memberships. Make sure y'all join. I see 2 or 3 of y'all join. Thank you so much for getting your membership. Join your membership. Content is about to start going there. You don't want to miss that content, baby. We about to upgrade, honey. We about to upgrade for the spring, honey. So make sure you get your membership. Make sure you join the channel. Make sure you get your membership. Get your membership. Get your membership. Support this work. This year, I've been working on some grants. As a matter of fact, after I get off the live, I'm gonna go and review some other grants. But yeah, get your membership. Get your membership. Support this work if you believe in this work. If you really believe in this work. Yeah, I think I may need to delve in more into sex change topics because I do feel like that's where TikTok has room because a lot of girls is getting sex changes, and the young girl who just finished fighting the government and won her case, like she's going viral for her sex change stories. And so I do feel like, and there's another girl, I think her name is Monique the Body. She has a sex change too. And she talks, she doesn't talk specifically about the sex change, but she talks a lot about it. And so I do see that sex change conversations are getting more popular. Some girls get offended. Like I've literally had girls to jump in my comment section and say, "We know you got a sex change. You ain't got to talk about it all the time." But yes, I do though. And the fact that you have a problem with me talking about it says more about you than me. Because, like I said in the video that I posted yesterday, the reason why girls are uncomfortable with a girl talking about her sex change, or the reason why y'all uncomfortable with sex change girls, and this is not true for everybody. This is true for the people who feel offended and like jumping in my comment section. This is for them. Because I know there are girls who are pre-op that drag the girls who got sex changes. I would never do that. But they have enough sense not to do it in our face. Because I can't speak for the other girls, but I'm a bitch who will eat you the fuck up. I will eat you the fuck up. And I've made it a practice. And I'm going to eat you up thoughtfully. Because y'all girls get beside y'allself trying to spin this narrative of sex changes as depressed and regretting it. Everybody go through things. When a woman give birth to a baby, she go through postpartum. Some women be depressed for years after childbirth. And y'all can't understand a sex change going through depression after her body done changed and it won't go back to the way it was. It ain't gonna never be the same again. Y'all can't understand that depression. And y'all love trying to spin that narrative of girls having sex changes and being depressed and sad and confused. It's a period. Your body has changed. Your body function has changed. It is not the same as going to get some bags in your chest. It is not the same as going to get your hips done. This reality is literally centered in, can you get a man? Can you get a man? Girl, if you can't get no man, girl, you can't pluck no boys. Girl, you can't get trade. Girl, you can't get no boys. This whole reality is about getting some dick. Girl, she can't even get no man. Girl, don't no man want her. Girl, she can't even she can't even get a man, girl. Don't know what man want her, girl. Miss Thing, girl, she can't even pluck the boys, girl. That's all these girls think about is dick. They so infatuated. Ooh, God, forgive me. That was wrong. I'm sorry. Bitch, they want two dicks in the room. Let me. Ooh, God, forgive me. Time out. Go in time out, girl. Girl, go in time. Put yourself in the corner, girl. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Bitch. Okay, I'm gonna be good. But yeah, girl, look, this thing, we all is different. Everybody don't want the same thing, and you don't have to put a girl down for wanting something different than you. Girls not wanting the same thing as you. Like, I don't think that I'm better than a girl who does not have the sex change, but I definitely think I'm different. And I shouldn't have to bite my tongue and not talk about my stories because of how it makes you feel. Because you haven't dealt with yourself. You haven't, a lot of times when the girls be upset with girls, when I used to be in groups on Facebook, and the moment, but these girls can sit up here talking about topping trade and jumping up and down the trade booty, and trade is like, what they don't want to do is, because they know that we live in a heteronormative society and they know that sex changes in some way represent heteronormity. And so they don't want to feel inferior or to feel sunned in those spaces. So they start attacking us and they start saying things to us because they want Trey to feel comfortable. They want the boys to feel comfortable wanting dick, wanting to get pounched, wanting to bottom, wanting to. But what that does is create this narrative that all girls are pre-op. That's why the moment a man hear my voice or clock my T, he think he about to get some peace. That's the ugly side of that. Cause it's not the whole tape. All of us is not walking around here slanging and banging. And so you don't allow the boys who are attracted to trans women to be attracted to the umbrella that we are. Cause in the groups, they literally the pre-op girls won't even let the post-op girls talk. Once the post-op girls start talking, they start feeling like they're in a heteronormative space, and that's your trauma. You need to work that out. You need to go and lay on somebody's couch. You need to do some shadow work. You need to do some inner work because, baby, I laid on a table and went through hell for this. And you trying to tell me I can't talk about it? If that's making you feel away, that sounds like a personal problem. And when I was a pre-op girl, because I didn't really like using my piece like that, I didn't talk about it. Like I wasn't a girl. I'm not a girl who get in front of the camera and oh I was tearing his back up and I was wearing him out. And I'm not putting that down. I got sisters who are tops, who are heavy tops, who love wearing the boys' cakes out. And I be cackling when they be telling the stories because it be funny. They be laughing. It be funny to them. So it's not me laughing like, oh, bitch, you sad. It's not me laughing to be messy. It's me laughing because I get it. I understand that's how men do us. And there's nothing wrong with some of my sisters being like, yeah, girl, I told that booty up, girl, I wore them cakes out. I be laughing like I get it. But don't feel uncomfortable when I tell my story. I just sat through yours. Girl, sit through mine. Girl, I rolled that dick like a champ in my pussy. Girl, we was doing it in the missionary in my pussy. Girl, he ate my pussy. We're not just gonna sit up here and listen to your stories. That's the same reason why when I used to be in cisgender spaces and beings who were born with wombs who identify with womanhood would say, "Oh, I had my cycle, and oh, my ankles were swollen. Oh, yeah, our cycles isn't sync, and oh, girl, I'm 3 months pregnant, and oh, girl, I got 4 children." I'm finna say, oh girl, I laid on the table. Oh girl, I had stitches. Oh girl, I had to wear a pad for months, girl. Oh girl, I'm still wearing pads now, but I'm not wearing them as much as I used to wear them. Girl, when I first started peeing, girl, my pee was flying all over the place, girl. I had to learn how to recontrol my pee, girl. Girl, I was in pain. Girl, I was in depressed. Girl, I couldn't have sex for 6 months, girl. I'ma tell my story. So it's not me picking on you. It's me not allowing my narrative to be erased. I didn't get my vagina to hide behind females. And I didn't get my vagina to be silenced by pre-ops. I got it because it was my journey, my story, my narrative. And I'm going to speak on my truth. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, again, you need to go and lay on somebody's couch. If it's bothering you that much, then you go lay on the table and get you one so you can tell your own stories. But if you don't want one, why you so offended and pressed by my story? Why does it bother you so much if you don't want one? Now, when girls get their vagina and girls is sitting in company with you and girls is like, cause you're still a boy, you're not a real woman, you're not a real woman until you get your surgery. I don't like them type of bitches neither. I'm real and you're not. I'm a woman and you're not. I don't like them kind of bitches either. They just like the cis women who think that they better because they got a vagina. I don't like them kind of girls neither. But I feel the same way about those girls as I feel about pre-op girls who always bragging about how big their piece is. And how they would never, I'll never do that to my body. I'll never cut off what God gave me. I feel the same way about girls who think that, who brag because they got a pussy, as I feel about girls who glorify their penis and feel like their penis makes them more connected to God and they're more whole because they kept their dick and balls. I feel the same way about both. I put both of them in the same fucking category. You think you're superior because you went and got your pussy, and you think you superior because you never had your body, you never had no type of surgeries down there, you still got your dick and balls, you fully functional. You think you're better because you didn't get touched down there, and you think you better because you went all the way. I feel the same way about both of them hoes. I side-eye both of them equally. Cause this is not a superiority. I'm better than you because of this. But let's be clear. One thing you're never gonna do is reduce me because I did it. And when I went through that postpartum, I rose from the phoenix like I rose from the ashes like a phoenix. And so I'm going to celebrate that. I'm going to share that. I'm going to tell people. I'm going to make you know it. Because I want other girls to know that every girl who gets the sex change, every girl who goes down this path, it's not gloom and doom, baby. It's a journey. And a journey has ups and downs, twists and turns, highs and lows, bitters and sweets. You don't just get your pussy and all of a sudden a choir starts singing in the background. When you've been blessed, it's like heaven, heaven. You don't get a pussy and that happen. That's not how it goes, boo. It's more so through the fire, through the limit, through the walls. It's more like that. It's more like that. Through the fire. Bitch is more like that. Bitch is more like through the woods to grandma's house, bitch. Bitch. It just giving more of that cheese edge. I wasn't gonna say nothing. They're jealous of post-op sex changes, but not all. Not all, but most. That's a good one. our existence have been programmed to be sexually desired and confused. Yeah, everything is centered around penis. Girl, you can't get no man. Girl, you can't get no dick. Girl, no, no boys want you. Girl, she ugly. Bitch, boys will do any. Bitch, you do not have to be attractive for a man. Like that's the biggest lie that's ever been told in this reality. Men like it when you're broken. They have been conditioned to be saviors. Who want to save a bitch that's got everything? Who want to save a bitch that's perfect? That's why the that be going mentally, sometimes they might look like a Barbie doll on the outside, but she is so insecure. The ones that this society says is the prettiest many times be the most insecure. They need constant validation. They need constant affirmation. Just like we've been programmed to center dick and to love dick and to want dick, they've been programmed to play savior. So, bitch, when a girl needs them to validate her, when a girl needs them to see it for her, when a girl needs them to tell her she cute and to tell her, and you see it in a lot of femme boys. Cause no tea, no shade to femme boys, but femme boys are the they're the less evolved version of an unrealized trans woman. And a lot of femme boys are super insecure and need a lot of validation. That's why you see more of them partnering. That's why you see more of them in relationships. No tea, no shade. And y'all think it's a flex to be able to get a man and to always have a man. My man, I got a man, I got a man, I got a man. But there's a caveat. My man. Manly man. My man is your man, and your man is my man, and my man is your man, and manly man. Girl, there's a reason why that man is so important to you. Because who would you be without him? Who would you be without your man? SRS is so different emotionally and mentally. Mm-hmm. Opening the niggas' portals faithfully. Girl, girl, exactly. They won't, they don't want to put sex changes in different boxes. They do want to put sex changes in different boxes and try to make them feel less than. I'm, wait, I'm cut from a different cloth. You have to be strong enough to handle it. A man, a woman. Child, I'm not like a silky smooth. This is a safe space for you to express, but I'm not gonna read that because I'm not doing T.S. Madison right now. Like right now for the frequency I'm on. But I will say this: she is the girl who can be quoted saying that's my lifeline. That's that's my lifeline to God. She's literally said that. I'ma say that and move on. She is one of the girls that has said that. And you kind of see it from the girls that she's around. Like the little young girl, the one that not I don't know if she young, I don't know how old she is, but she don't take no hormones or nothing. She do hair. She moved from Florida to Georgia, and she do a lot of videos with T.S. Madison, and she do videos with Morgan, and it seemed like no tea no shade. I feel like Morgan, the one who said I'm a sex change, it feel like Morgan be the comic relief in the videos as the sex change. Like it gives me that energy. This is just my opinion. Morgan is gorgeous. That bitch is beautiful. I've seen her in real life. I saw her at the conference. That bitch is gorgeous. That bitch is beautiful. And if she has the self confidence inwardly, and she has that type of self confidence to be the comic relief. But I feel like that's why the girls let her be around, because she is not afraid to diminish herself to make them feel comfortable. Because I noticed that when Miss Baby share videos with Morgan in it, it's always videos where Morgan is getting clocked, and she the section. And I'm like, what's that about? But and Morgan, by her being so tall, which is associated with clocking in this reality, I guess that make girls who still have their peace feel comfortable around her. It's like, okay, this bitch 8 feet tall. I feel, and she'll wear a heel on top of it. So because she's comfortable with wearing a heel and she's super tall, it's like, okay, girl, I could take you. I could take you, girl. Cause girl, I still got my piece, girl, but you 8 feet tall. So girl, they might clock you before they clock me. It's like, and that's the weird part, that you want to be around somebody that you feel like could get clocked before you in order for you to be able to be around a sex change girl. Not saying that that is the case with them, but that is the case with some people. It's like, I'll hang around a sex change girl if I feel like she's still very clocky. Like, I could take you because you don't make me feel like a hard knock life. I still feel like, even though I ain't got a vagina, I still feel like I'm waking and baking. I'm breaking it up. So, but one of the things that she said, I think her name is Miss JB Bowl or something like that. She was with a boy, and she said she topped him, and after she topped him, she said, because this video came across my feed on Instagram. And after she topped him, she said he looked at her and he said, thank you, sis, or all right, sis, or something like that. Have a good day, sis, or something. And I'm like, girl, you just dove in his cookies. Like, I understand that we trying to break down gender norms and we trying to break down societal norms. But girl, if we break everything down, what is the foundation gonna be? You just dove in his, you just climbed on his back and dove in his cookies. At the very least, he should be comfortable with his feminine side, right? So why would you be shocked when he say sis? Like, I I'm almost 50. Maybe we'll charge it to that. But you just tore his back up. Shouldn't he be comfortable with his feminine side if he's comfortable with letting you plow him? Like, are you, so you mean to tell me that when you come out his booty, he's supposed to still give you super masculine energy after he just been topped? After he's just been submissive? He's supposed to turn around and give you a hug and kiss and spin you and dip you and say, my African queen, after you just wore his booty all out? I just, Y'all got great expect, baby. This reality that y'all living in. So you climb on top of him, you beat up his box, you ram his peanut butter box, you mince his peanut butter cookies. You in the peanut butter cookie batter, splatter, rattle tatter tatter, and he pulls his, you pull your piece out of his peanut butter box, out of his cookie jar, and he hugs you masculinely, looks you in your eyes and say, "You beautiful African queen." Huh? Am I missing something? You're a girl. You're a girl. You are filling him with feminine energy because you're a girl. So you're dominantly feminine. So you're putting dominantly feminine energy. At least that's what I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're putting predominantly feminine energy, feminine acid into his peanut butter jar. And after receiving that hormone shot of your energy, he's supposed to turn around and go, me man, Mandingo, King. Oh! Is that how that works? Girl, I don't know, girl. To have your existence be validated by someone that will stick that sour pickle between a couch and an animal just to feel friction is Twilight Zone activity. Girl, I'm not about to play with you. This week on I'm on Unclockable, this episode of Unclockable, his cheeks were turned every which way but loose. And you're gagged when he identifies his feminine side. Okay! Okay! You just ravished this booty hole. You left no stone unturned. You rolled it hard and put it away wet. His box is dripping with your juices, ma'am. His box is dripping with your love. And he was supposed to turn around and look into your eyes deeply and say, "You're the woman of my dreams. And I'm your king." Girl, I'm not understanding, girl. Peanut butter box is crazy. You digged in the Nutella jar and was surprised. Geminis are the funniest, I swear. Thank you. The magic wand has entered his Hershey's Kisses. Man, when he feeling Bonita. Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Bitch, wait, no. Wait, no. Wait, to be fair, there are trans film tops. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to be a femme top, because I have sisters who only top, but the sisters who I know, they don't see the men that they're topping as straight. They don't they don't see him as heterosexual. Like, and that's what I love about them. One of my sisters, she is pussy down to the ground. Not like the way she carry herself. She carry herself like a woman. There's no question about her womanhood. There's no question about her femininity. She is pussy down. This is my sister. I love her. She said when she in that man booty hole, that is homosexual activity. These are her words. I'm not about to lie about it. I'm not about to dress it up. I'm not about to try to make it into something it's not. I'm not about to try to switch it around. That is homosexual activity. He is gay. And my sister is a woman. I don't look at her as a man. I don't see her as a boy. I don't see her as a play trans woman. I see her as she has F on her ID. But she knows. And the reason why she will only top men is because she doesn't feel, girl, get your weird ass off my live. Deal with that right there. She doesn't see trans men, and you're right, I am. I'm both. She doesn't see the men that she engages with, the men that she engages with, she doesn't think that they should have access to her body. She don't want to submit. She don't feel like none of these men are worth her submission in that way. And that's why she tops all of them. She's still young. She still have needs. She still have desires. She still have urges that need to be met. And that's what she has right now. She does not have a vagina. She does not have like that's what she got. She that's what she had between her legs. And she does not want them men inside of her, so she topped them. And I respect that. I respect a girl who say, I don't want that energy in me, but I still got these needs and I'm attracted to men. Let me go ahead and climb on your back. I respect that. But let's call a thing a thing. That's just like when I was having anal sex. I worked with what I had. I have not had anal sex since I had my revision. I have not had anal sex in a year and a half. That was what I had. I didn't when before I got my revision, I wasn't able to, I wasn't able to take enough of the penis inside of me to where I could make all of the penises that I was with orgasm in that way. So sometimes because I didn't have enough space to be able to bring him to orgasm, I had to let him go in my booty hole. I didn't like letting him go in my booty hole. I didn't like having anal sex. But that was what I had. That was what I had to work with. Now, if you can't, I have more space in the front. If you can't get your orgasm from the front, every partner that I've had since I've had bottom surgery has been able to receive an orgasm. Since I had the revision, has been able to receive an orgasm. And I've had a few partners since I've had bottom surgery. I probably had like 6 or 7 partners, and all of them were able to orgasm from the front. And some of them were well endowed, and they were able to orgasm from the front. I have not used the back since July of 2024. And Now, just the thought of letting somebody back there turns me off. Now I really don't even want nobody nowhere. Like I'm good. Is maybe one person that I would consider being with sexually, and they don't even identify with male pronouns. Now they look cisgender. They were born in a male body, and they look cisgender, and they are initiated, so they're Orisha. But they don't even use male pronouns. They identify as she, but they look cisgender. Now I would canoodle and play with them because I think that that could actually be a relationship if they ever really was focused. But but that's, like, I like stuff like that now. Like I don't like, I'm not attracted to binary, I'm not attracted to binary heterosexual men. I attract them. I still look at them and see them as attractive. I've been conditioned ever since I was old enough to say what I was attracted to at what, 9, 10, 11 years old. I've looked at cisgender men and I've been attracted to them. So yes, I can still look at them and be like, "Oh, he cute. Oh, he fine. Oh, he's attractive." I can still look at him, but I'm not attracted to anything that identifies as a man to the point of where I want to physically be with them, because I don't want to be with somebody who is not gonna be there with me. Like I'm getting older. I'm in this phase of my life where I want people who gonna stand with me, who gonna hold my hand, who gonna just be there for me, who gonna really, really be in community with me, and who really gonna be invested in me. I don't have no problem with like girls who are younger. If it's something that you need, if you could get it out these men, you want money from them, you just, you trying to have a transactional relationship with him. That's your journey. I'm just saying I'm not there anymore. And it feels diminishing for me when I put myself in a place to allow myself to be used like that by men. That doesn't feel good for me, because I feel like I have to perform in relationships with those kind of men. Because the moment we get into the relationship, the moment we start dating, princess, my queen, and all I hear is, "You know your place, right? I'm the head. You're my helpmate." That's all I hear. That's what I hear. That's why I'm not on the apps no more. Because a lot of men will say they spiritual, and as soon as you meet them, they got a big ass crucifix around their neck talking about Jesus. I I still find them attractive. I'm just realistic about where it's going. It's not going anywhere. It's sex. And a lot of times the sex is not going to be good because men, a lot of men are either this or that. If he is comfortable with being with a trans woman who is pre-op, he's going to be more free with her because there's two penises in the room.